Hey, is that Charlie?
Yeah.
Great, great. Thanks for making the time. Let's just dive right in. Who are you? Where do you live? What's your day-to-day like?
Yeah. I'm Charlie.
Hey, Charlie.
Uh, yeah. 31 years old, turning 32 pretty soon. Live in Portland, Oregon. Um, yeah, I mainly like mix audio for podcasts, indie film, stuff like that. And I like my day-to-day is pretty different. Like sometimes I'm tweaking EQ at 2 a.m., sometimes swapping cables at live shows, stuff like that, which I love, like it's super creative, but yeah, my income can kind of swing, you know.
I got you. I got you. So you get peaks and valleys, huh?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like one month I'm like making tons of money and feeling flush, and then next month I'm, wondering if I'm gonna get have to file for unemployment or something like that, which gets pretty tough.
Gotcha, gotcha. So how did EA Automatic enter your world of faders and knobs?
Oh, yeah, yeah, that's actually like a funny story. I was testing a new plugin, and I like uh saw your ad landed on the sign up page.
Mhm.
But I thought like the trial looked pretty easy, pretty simple, like no credit card hoops or anything like that. So I just decided to give it a shot. Yeah, I put aside $800 for gear, so I decided to just use that for this.
Great, right. Straight into the deep end. So then what happened next?
Yeah, first week I would say like I made 5%, which was whatever. Second week 7%. Again, like not like a crazy increase. But like also by week three, I realized I hadn't like logged in, I think more than twice, which is super weird because I'm usually just, glued to my software. But this thing was kind of, I guess I could say running by itself.
Right on. That's exactly it. And that felt different, right?
Yeah. I guess like a metaphor I could use is kind of like a metronome in a chaos of like delays and plugins. Just kind of went by itself, and it was reliable. It was pretty constant, which was super comforting.
Awesome, awesome. So where are you at now after 3 months?
Yeah, yeah, 3 months. Yeah, I grew the $800 I put in to like about I'm sitting at $1,210. So like that's about like a 51% increase. And then I added $400 more in the second month once I saw that the pattern was pretty steady.
Mhm.
It's not like, life-changing money or anything, but it's pretty solid progress without me having to micromanage it or anything.
Exactly. That's totally meaningful. How has it shifted like your creative hustle?
Oh, that's a good question. I guess I'm feeling really relieved because I used to scope the different gigs I did around the cash flow I could make, and I sometimes said yes to projects that were super exhausting and draining, but paid well.
Yeah,
But now I can skip the, midnight voiceover job and actually focus on the things that I love and, my craft and I guess you could say my soul. I can focus on that instead of my bank app.
totally. I feel that 100%. Have you recommended us to anyone in your circle?
Oh yeah, yeah. Actually, one of my podcast clients noticed that I was feeling less frantic, so I sent him that my referral link,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, he signed up, and yeah, I got this the $100 bonus, which was really cool. Um, but yeah, I haven't turned into a salesman or anything. I just say like, hey, here's what it did for me.
Gotcha. That's perfect. Before we wrap, just a quick question I always ask. Who's your asset manager on our side?
Oh, yeah, Anthony, that guy. Yeah, he doesn't give any hard sells or anything. He just checks in, answers my questions about, performance tweaks, recommends useful things. Uh, I would say he actually kind of feels like a partner or like a co-engineer and not a salesperson.
Gotcha. It's totally. Glad to hear that. One last thought. If someone was watching this and they're kind of on the fence, and they're juggling like, unstable income and Netflix deep learning, what would you say to them?
Oh, yeah. I guess I would say just, press play on the trial. You can treat it like a demo track or something. If you feel like you're grooving with it, just yeah, keep it running. If not, like, no harm done. You can just whatever. But I guess sometimes the simplest loop is the one that lets you finally compose your own masterpiece.
Gotcha. Beautifully said. Thanks, Charlie. This is great. Really appreciate you taking the time to talk with me today, and look
Yeah.
forward to you in the future.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and thanks for building something that finally gives me a steady beat.
You've got it, man. Have a great day.
Yeah, you too.